Welcome to the self-sufficient backyard for the independent homesteader. We recently did a video of our potato harvest from last year, and we thought it might be pretty helpful to show you how we plant and hill our potatoes each year. Joanna will pound a stake at each end of a row and runs a string between the posts. In theory, this will allow her to use her hoe to create a straight furrow using the string as a guide. The seed potato we plant are stored through the winter in our root cellar. These were the smaller golf ball sized potatoes harvested last fall specifically for this purpose. The furrow she's creating is about 3 inches deep. The seed is planted every 10 to 12 inches. No need to use a ruler to measure out, just eyeball it. The goal is roughly 10 to 12 inches on the spacing. Then we'll let the sun warm the open furrows and seed for a few hours before we cover and tamp the soil down on the furrows. Joanna is backfilling and she's tamping gently, and that gives good contact between the soil and the seed potato. Then it's just a waiting game. We'll wait until the plants pop up. We've got some sprouting. I'm generally looking for the plants to emerge 1 to 2 inches high before I want to backfill them. Once they are up, as you can see, I'm pulling soil in, I'm gently covering the plants, and I want to cover them completely. It's an easy chore if you have light, friable soil with lots of organic matter. Pull the soil in from both sides. And don't be afraid to totally cover the plant. The first couple of hillings, I don't want to see any green remaining. I want to cover those plants completely. Makes them mad, I think, and more determined to bust out again. As mentioned, this will be the first of 3 times we're going to hill them up. What we ultimately want is to end up with a nice straight row with mounded soil at least 20 inches wide at the base and 9 inches tall. The potatoes are going to grow on that mound. If you don't have enough hilled soil, some potatoes will outgrow your hill and be exposed to the sun. You may have noticed in the past some of your potatoes turn green. That's because they're exposed to the sun and they're going to get the sun scalded. You don't want that to happen. Depending on how severe the greening, you might be able to cut the green off, but if it's bad, you'll have to toss it away. Here I'm pulling soil in to hill up our potatoes for the 3rd and final time. And again, cover them right up, pull soil in from both sides. Eventually the potatoes are going to fill in the entire row and start flowering. That's a great sign. Give it a few weeks and gently paw around in the soil around some of the new potato plants. Instead of sacrificing a couple hills completely, what we'll do is we'll dig around and grab a couple new potatoes from each hill, and they make a wonderful meal. We'll leave the rest of the young potatoes to grow to maturity. Come late summer, your plants will start to look pretty old. Eventually a frost or old age will kill the tops off. Let the plants wither and die, but don't harvest yet. We leave them in the ground until cold weather sets in. By leaving them in the ground until cold weather shows up, it gives the skins a chance to toughen a little, which helps to prevent bruising. As well, it cools the potatoes down, so when they do go into the root cellar, not only are the potatoes cooler, but the root cellar temperature will be cooler too. So all you need to do to get to this harvest point is monitor it daily. Perhaps several times daily. Pick off and destroy any potato beetles, watch for egg masses and larvae, monitor for fungal problems. If you're like us, potato harvest is always an exciting time. It never fails to amaze us how many large potatoes a single hill provides. And it's late June now. You can see our hills have filled in very, very nicely. We're well on our way to having another good potato harvest this year. And you can do this as well. Thanks for watching.